Welcome to Beyond the Glow, a Clear Essence skincare podcast, your go-to source for radiant, healthy skin. At Clear Essence, we specialize in scientifically formulated skincare designed for melanin-rich skin, tackling concerns like hyperpigmentation, acne, and uneven tone. Stay tuned as we share expert tips, product spotlights, and real skincare solutions.
Hi, Imma. I'm so glad to have you on the Clear Essence podcast. I'm so excited for this conversation and I cannot wait to hear what you have to say. I really want to know, what inspired you to jump so much into your skincare journey?
Starting off on my skincare journey, it was more like a personal journey for me. It was just something I enjoyed doing. I was always looking at the mirror, finding every little pimple, trying to fix it or trying to do something. And prior to that, I've always been in the beauty industry generally. I've
Yeah.
just been through every part of the beauty industry, and I think skincare is like the last bit of it. I've been a
Mm.
makeup artist, I've been a hairstylist,
Wow.
I've just been going round
Yeah.
around it, yeah. Then towards the COVID time and COVID hit, I was still working at the hospital as a biomedical scientist, but I had
Wow.
time, yeah. I had spare time. We were not working every day, and I would see people on TikTok making videos. I said, okay, what if I jump on TikTok trends and make skincare videos with it? And people
Yeah.
started growing, people started asking me serious questions. I'm like, okay. Now that it's getting serious, I'll just do a little bit of research, offer advice on what I can, and they run with it. Then I relocated to the UK and my skin just went haywire. I was having
Mm.
forehead pimples. It was getting really bad with the stress, with the weather adjustment and all that. So I knew I needed to be more intentional this time around. So it was no longer my genetic clear skin helping me. I needed to do something personally to take charge of whatever that was going on with my skin. It was still on a personal journey with me, but then came the serious questions. It was getting serious. People with eczema, people with full-blown hyperpigmentation. And I'm like, I think this is actually the right time to help people. But there was one message that stood out for me in my DM. So this lady reaches out to me and say, hi, Emma, how are you doing? I said, oh, I'm fine. And she said, can you help me? She sends her pictures to me and say, I'm having really bad pimples and it's getting bad. I've lost my confidence. My husband won't stop talking about it. People around me won't stop talking about it. I don't know what to do. And it was really sad for me. I stood back and I felt like I was operating from the place of privilege because my skin wasn't even that bad. And I knew if I was doing this online, if I was showing it to the world, then I had to be more intentional. I had to take a proper education to be able to help people. So it led me to going on researches, doing courses to improve my knowledge and give like a better cognitive science-based advice and say use this is why you should use this is why you shouldn't use this. And I have had some of my clients when they reach out to me, they said one of my clients actually sent me an email and said this was the first Sunday since I arrived the UK that I'm going to the church without a makeup, and she sent me a picture. It was something little, but that really
Yeah.
made me happy that I felt it was something small. Okay, just use this, use that, and it works. I'm like, wow, really? That's
Yeah.
good. So I started seeing things that's from different points of view. Because normally I wouldn't normally wear makeup. So my skin was
Mm.
important to me. But I didn't
Yeah.
know that it was so bad for people that the reason why they wore makeup was because their skin was not what they wanted it to be.
Yeah.
So that's helped me like move in that direction of helping women grow in confidence. And when I keep saying is women, I still have men reaching out to me to say
Mm-hmm.
what I want to use. So I think now is a community for every person,
Yeah.
but mostly women, because whenever I talk to my ladies, it's always about confidence. I can't go out in the sun. I can't do this. I can't wash my face
Mm.
and all that. So I know there is that community of people who actually need that help, who actually need that intervention for people of color. So yeah, it's more of that representation, community building
Yeah.
that is actually helping me to stay focused on the passion to take it seriously.
Wow, that's like amazing. That's so cool. Like COVID was kind of like the catalyst that had you
Mhm.
explore this
Yeah,
area. And since
yeah,
then, you're just making such a huge difference in your community. And I know sometimes people almost can tend to trivialize
yeah,
skincare, but especially with women and the pressure to feel to look great, to have perfect skin and all of that, it
exactly.
can be really concerning when you're struggling to get your skin to where you want it to be. So
Mhm.
like being that resource for your community, I feel like it's such an amazing thing. What would you say to someone if they feel overwhelmed by skincare? Because like you've mentioned rightly, there's so much information out there, so many products, so much marketing headlines. What would your advice be for someone to start?
Someone starting out, the first thing we are going to do is that we are going to start with the basics. So I am a huge fan, especially when it's mostly a virtual consultation that I have, and the person
Mhm.
hasn't used anything at all before. It has to be starting with the basics: cleanser, moisturizer, and sunscreen. And then gradually within the weeks, we add on products, use this, use
Mhm.
that, and we build your skin tolerance. And one thing that starting with the basics does for you is that it makes sure that your skin barrier is healthy, that your skin
Yes.
is balanced. Because jumping in with someone who has never used anything before and you're throwing out actives at them, use this, use that, and then they start saying, oh, it's burning, my face is
Mhm.
irritated, and now you have a bigger problem to deal with. So
Yes.
someone who is just starting with the basics: cleanse, moisturize, and your SPF in the morning. And if we
Yeah.
want to elaborate it more, we can say in the morning routine, we can do cleanse, your antioxidant, and your SPF. Then in your night routine, we can do cleanse, a moisturizer, just these two gradually.
Mm.
See, and when you say it to people, they feel like, oh, just that.
Yeah.
That's it. But
Yeah.
what we don't know is that a basic cleansing, telling someone who have used a body bar soap all their life to start using an actual face cleanser, it makes a ton of difference. There is
Mm.
the lady I told you about was telling me, oh, she baits with this one, she baits with that one. I said, first thing we are going to do, just buy three things: cleanser, a moisturizer, and a sunscreen. In the morning,
Mm.
you cleanse, you moisturize, and you wear your sunscreen. In your night routine, you cleanse and you moisturize. Let's just do that. Forget the acne,
Yes.
forget the breakouts, forget the dark spots. Let's focus on making
Mm.
sure that your skin has gotten to that point where it no longer irritates you. And also focusing on your skin goal, just like you said, your journey is different. So for someone
Yeah.
who has full-blown active acne and someone who has like only dark spots, they're on separate journeys. So the basics, number one, is understanding where you are, taking it slowly, no rush.
Exactly. Let's say you're on Skin Talk, for example.
Mhm.
The amount of like ingredients names that
Uh-huh.
people talk about, there's so much, so many ingredients, so many products that you almost feel like you have to be using them.
Then,
And so
yeah,
you feel like if you're not using all these things, you're not doing enough.
enough.
That's what it feels like. It's like the reason why you don't have glass skin is because we're not using all the acids and all the ingredients that you need to be using, right? And
Yeah.
it's like there are also some
Mhm.
people who literally it's just genetics. They're skincare influencers,
Yeah.
but they could use water on their face and their face would look like that. But because
True.
we're so easily influenced, myself included, like it's like I'm like, oh, she uses this. Oh, I'm gonna use all of that. And really is that serving your skin?
Mhm.
I don't know. As an influencer, like you probably get sent so many products and like I can't even imagine with that. But like in your experience, what would you say is a trendy ingredient that actually lives up to the hype?
It would be retinol. She's that girl. Retinoids do what they say they will do. At first, for a beginner, it will not be great. So that
Yeah.
is why we talked about the starting with the basics, building up your skin tolerance. But retinoids work very well in every
Mm,
capacity that it comes in as a retinol, as rectinol, as adapalene, as tretinoin. They work well.
yeah.
So it has to be retinoids. If you're over
Yeah.
35, you're encouraged to start using it. If you're towards
Yeah.
your fortes, you're encouraged to even use it more. But then it's
Mm-hmm.
also an ingredient that can be a curse if you don't use it right, because you have to know
Mm.
when to use it, how to use it, when to stop using it. But it always has to be a retinol. It works.
Mm. Okay, I feel so validated with that because like I'm a retinol person as well. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
yes, I'm doing that right.
good.
I'm really glad to hear that. On the other hand, what is one trend that you kind of regret falling for that didn't work for you?
Well, since I started in my skincare journey, I took it personally or intentionally. I haven't been a trend person, especially with trend routines, because I know there was one point where 15 skincare steps trended. No way I have time to sit down and do 15 skincare steps. I am
Literally.
always rushing out of the door to go to work. I'm coming back tired, and the time I have, there's no way. So it's not something that I fell for. But from the view of my clients, one trend would be overhydration. Toner one, toner two, toner three, and then you tone, you double tone.
Mm.
And we miss the point where this overtoning, overhydration can start leading to fungal acne. So people start using it and
Mm.
they're wondering, why am I breaking? Why is it looking weird? Because it's the fungal acne. So now you're gradually leaving the point where over-the-counter skincare products can help you, where we have to start sending you to a dermatologist to actually give you a prescribed medication. So it's a little bit of doing too much, doing.
Yeah, I think I'm that kind of person where like because I do my skincare very quickly, like you, sometimes I just put too much, do you know what I mean, on. It is a delicate balance. What is one popular skincare hack that is being done right now that you think, mm-mm.
Right now, suddenly, our kitchen cooking ingredients started trending. And it is so ridiculous. Things in the kitchen are gaining popularity. Turmeric, beef tallow,
Ah,
baking soda.
yes,
You
I've
know, the
seen
things
that.
that are supposed to be inside the pot, we're now putting it on our skin.
Yes.
People's excuse to that would be that they want to use things that are natural. I've had this saying that if you can eat it, you can apply it on your skin. Oh, everything about skincare now
Mm,
is chemical, and I don't want to apply chemical on my skin. So why don't I use product or ingredients in the kitchen? But
yeah.
what they don't realize is that skincare products gives you regulation. So you can look at a
Mm.
product, look at the ingredients list, and you're seeing turmeric. It's not that they went into the lab and just poured turmeric.
Yes.
It was still stabilized so that you can use it, I can use it. It's more inclusive. It's just like maybe you're invited to cook for a lot of people. You know how much spice you need to put and
Yes.
how less spice you need to put. So that is what the skincare industry does with the products they
Yeah.
make. Beef tallow was like the breaking point for me.
The beef tallow thing, I've seen
Helping.
it. I've seen it. And I almost think that it's like a response to this information overload. So many
Yeah.
products being pushed, so many
Yeah.
ingredients being pushed. And I understand that thing of, you know what? I'm done. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna find one thing and put on my face and be done. Like I
Yeah.
get that because
Yeah.
it is very overwhelming. But I think there is a middle ground of like it's not like 15-step routine or beef tallow. Do you know what I mean? Like
No, 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 no,
you
no,
can you
no.
can like
Can be.
simplify your skincare routine
Yeah.
and just shut off the extra noise.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that that's the answer.
Yeah.
But I definitely understand the feeling of like, you know what, I'm gonna do that instead
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
all these other things.
We don't have enough education because I
Yeah.
go on my page and say, oh, this video should be able to educate people. Then I go to Facebook and I see someone saying, mix this honey, put this together.
Yes.
God, am I
Yes.
going forward? Am I going back?
Yes.
But the
Mhm.
more people keep giving this healthy information, the more realistic it gets. Because that's
Yeah.
the thing. We need to get realistic about it. The more
Yeah.
realistic we get, the better for us, really. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's just so much,
Mm-hmm.
too much out there. And I think we have to be careful who we listen to
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
one person will tell you this, another person will tell you that. So any information you want to hear is available on the internet. It's
Yeah.
just filtering what is what is actually true
Yeah.
and correct and like will work for me in the long term. What is one message that you would try to pass on to your community? If there's nothing they've heard, what is one thing that they can take away from you.
If there's nothing you've gotten from this conversation, one thing is using exactly what you need. That this is what I need for my skin. Whatever is trending, whatever is blowing up the internet, I don't care. Is this what I need now? Is this what I'm going to be using now? That is what I'm going to be using. And as sad as it is, there is no product that is sitting on the counter with our name on it. That once you use this product is going to work. But what matters is that once you have created this routine for yourself, this is what I want to be using during the day. I cleanse, I tone, I use my antioxidant serum, I use my moisturizer if I want to, I use my sunscreen. This is what I'm going to be using. And you have vetted this product and it works for you, then I'm not going anywhere. This is what works. You see people who are saying, oh, I've used this product for 3 years, I've used it for 4 years. I say, yes, because they found what worked and stopped just jumping around. So that is what matters most importantly when it comes to skincare. Creating that
Yeah.
routine that works for you, creating that routine that suits your skin and sticking to it. Well, there are also going to be exceptions like weather conditions. The sun is out now. We might need to tweak our routine to use products that are more protective and products that are less hydrating and less moisturizing and more protective, especially for people who wear makeup. They can say, "Oh, I don't want to use moisturizer since the sun is out. It's going to make my face feel heavy." They can go straight to using their sunscreen and then going in with their makeup. But in weather times where we're in the winter, it gets dry. You can use as small. You even want more hydrating products. So those ones are fine too. It's just tweaking, working around what works for your skin, and you find it. And please stop jumping around.
Yeah, you're speaking to me. So I'm picking this up. Heard. Thank you so much, Imma, for joining us. This conversation has been so fun, so amazing, so informative. I hope you all got something from this conversation as much as I did. So speak to
Yeah.
you later, Imma. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
That's it for today's episode. Remember, healthy skin starts with the right product. Explore our full skincare collection at clairessence.com and use our store locator to find Clear Essence near you. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us for more skincare insights. Until next time, keep glowing with Clear Essence.